Welcome back, and joining us on the show now is Avinash Shekhar. He's co-founder and CEO at Pi42. Avinash, hi, good to have you. And a couple of positive developments that we've seen come in from US. One, of course, is the House of Representatives passing the bill to create new legal framework for digital currencies. What is the impact of that? How do you see this? As most of the globe now seems to be making a legal framework around digital currencies, what does it really mean?
Yeah. So actually, overall, I think obviously it's a positive news. What's happening worldwide is that regulators are really trying to understand crypto, pushing towards regulations, pushing towards, I think, two main things. One is enabling innovation, and second is that at the same time, let's say, customer protection and putting AML checks in place. So overall, taking a balanced view, I think another thing which has happened actually recently is that the Senate has passed a resolution saying that there were some restrictions on banks to support crypto that they have removed. So overall, I think US and worldwide regulators are going in the right direction in terms of enabling innovation in this space.
Avinash, also the other positive has been that SEC, even as there have been some warnings with the House of Representatives passing this, but they themselves seem to have cleared the Ethereum ETF as well. I mean, of course, you have to take an approval before you start launching it. Is the reason perhaps we haven't seen the prices move as much? But what does this also mean? And would you say that this is not just now about procedural delays that we might see with Ether ETF also coming in?
Yeah, so you're right. Actually, if you look at overall what's happening is that on one hand, there are certain concerns which SEC has in India. Some of the regulators have those concerns. But at the same time, they're moving ahead. They're saying that, okay, we have to keep track of these concerns because any new technology will have certain things which people will not understand or it will take time to get clear. But we can't stop innovation just for that. We have to continue the innovation. We have to continue to support entrepreneurs, and that is, I think, overall what is happening in the US ecosystem and in other countries. Hopefully, it will happen in India also soon. But yeah, overall, I think there is more and more acceptance of crypto, which we are seeing.
Avinash, I also want to come back on the Ether ETF yet again, because it was January 11th when we had the Bitcoin spot ETF approval come in, and we've seen billions of dollars flow into that one since then. If I look at the latest numbers, the net inflows right now stand at $12 billion. So that's a huge amount, huge chunk of money. And similar funds also seem to have applied for the Ether ETF. How soon, how much, and until when do you see those approvals coming across?
Yes, I think it's just a matter of time now, in my view. And what we have to understand is that Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum ETF, they're not like something in the similar lines, so to say. Bitcoin is very different than Ethereum. So in a way, it is like Bitcoin is more decentralized. Ethereum is like a computer of the world. Okay, so it is not like that you are actually like they are not like same category of things. Okay, so Ethereum ETF in that sense is much more important because it pays ways to other crypto ETF getting approved, or at least getting same kind of hearing or same kind of validation from the regulator. So I think in my view, it's a bigger event than Bitcoin BTF getting approved.
I get your point on that one. Well, yes, Ether will pave way for various other altcoins as well. And as you said, it does push innovation in that sense. I want to talk about Indian markets right now. And for the last few years now, the only thing that we've been talking about is the higher taxes. But within that as well, have you seen the participation come back into these exchanges as far as trading of crypto is concerned? And then, of course, there are the number of creators that India has, the developers that India has, the startups that are in India when it comes to digital currencies, and the ones that have gone out of India as well. What is the scenario looking like right now?
So basically, volumes have increased in the exchange. There is no doubt about it, but it has not increased in commensurate with what we have seen internationally in terms of increase in volumes, increase in participation. And obviously, higher taxation is one reason for that. Another thing is that because of let's say lack of clarity on terms of regulations, I think for me the bigger problem is that people who are innovating, okay, and people who went outside India, there is no clarity for them, and that trend continues, so to say. Because if let's say you develop a product, you develop let's say another Ethereum or something really big, there is no clarity as to how those people or those entrepreneurs will be treated 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line. Okay, and that risk is something which is not many people ready to take. And obviously, if you have an option to go out and do it, then doing that in India becomes more and more risky. You'll rather focus on developing the product rather than, let's say, figuring out how the regulatory challenge will work. So that is still there, I think. And as a society, I think we have to move really, really fast on this front.
All right. Avinash, one final question then. If you look at the kind of newer products, as you talked about, in sense of innovations there. I mean, we do understand that Ether is also known for staking. We also have NFTs, which have started to do reasonably well after that boom and then that very sharp decline as well. So when you look at the overall crypto as a space, or digital currencies or virtual digital assets for that matter, various ways on how it's called in India, what is your sense on where are we standing right now? Would you say that a bottom has been made from here? And what is your outlook for the rest of 2024?
I think we have just started on this in this sector. We are like still very, very early, very, very long way to go, both in terms of innovation and regulation. I am really, really bullish on this entire sector. I think I've told before also that I think it's like one of the biggest innovation of our times, basically.
All right. And various regulations is something that the street is anticipating. Avinash, thank you so much for joining us. So, well, US seems to be doing quite a bit, Mangalam, but Indian market's still waiting.
Indian market's still waiting as always, right? We'll keep an eye out on that one as it pans out. But more, also